Hello, my name is Nicholas Zhang. I'm a student in DBA 870. My research topic chosen was how might facilities management use big data and data analytics to improve operational performance. This presentation will start with a background, a purpose for the study, significance, theory, conceptual framework, the research question chosen, the methods taken, preliminary findings, limitations, and preliminary recommendations for practitioners. When people think about the meaning of facilities management, what may come to mind are the stereotypical tasks such as maintenance and housekeeping. However, facilities management encompasses a lot more than just fixing mechanically related issues and cleaning buildings and equipment. While these items are very important, they are often just a fraction of the many areas covered by facilities management. Facilities management encompasses the life cycle of a building, how the building operates, and how long a building will live. The better a building is built and maintained, the longer that building will live and be an asset to the organization and not a drain on the budget and employees' time. The role of facilities management in the life of a building or organization is important to the success and longevity of that organization and building. Over the last few decades, the landscape of facilities management has seen significant change. While in the past, management was largely reliant on staff having eyes on the equipment that operated a building, today there is technology that will remotely monitor all building systems, allowing companies to save time and money on staffing, as well as communication from customers to facility staff has changed. In the past, customers would need to seek someone out or submit a written work order and leave it in a Dropbox that would be checked by maintenance staff once or twice a day. Today, there is an entire online work order system or computer maintenance management system in use in many organizations. All that is needed to utilize one of these automated work order systems is access to a computer or a cell phone for the user submitting the work order or the technician who's working out in the field. The convenience of these automated systems, coupled with the speed with which the work orders are submitted to facilities management staff, lead to improved customer service and communication between facilities management staff and building occupants. A work order system, or CMMS program, has the capability to gather real-time information and data with photos. Maintenance staff can instantly receive the work order on their phone or print it out on their computer so they can immediately react to the work order, closing the time gap during when customers may become frustrated and the building may become damaged. Data collection in the modern world is bountiful. Every program used on personal computers or cell phone collects data. The hard part is deciding which data is the most important and how to analyze and use it. The challenge is no different in the world of facilities management. Building systems such as cooling and heating systems or lighting systems, work management systems that process work orders, and automated control systems that turn equipment on and off or up and down on timers are consistently collecting data. This can consist of who is entering work orders, how often items are breaking, what is done to fix the item, how much water is used, how much power is used, what temperature of the day the room is the hottest, and so on. All day, every minute, data is collected for programs facilities practitioners use. The question is, how can they take that data and analyze it and put it to use in their work? First, the practitioner needs to have a purpose for the analyzing of the data collected. For example, if a piece of machinery has been breaking down frequently, the practitioner can look at the entire history of that machinery by pulling up the data in the work order system used by their organization. The practitioner can then analyze the data collected for any possible trends. As well, if the practitioner has a known issue with the equipment or process, they can then pull data that could be related to that issue. Once they have the full history and analyze it, the practitioner can make an evidence-based decision on the best action to take on with the specific piece of equipment. Should it be repaired, removed, or adjusted for optimal performance? All these questions can be answered by analyzing the data gathered using a work order system. The use of data analysis to make educated, evidence-based research decisions can help practitioners as well help the building and equipment equipment for which they are responsible perform at a higher level. While the example above was related to machinery within the building, data collection is not limited to the machinery and the physical operations within a building. Data can also be collected on the staffing, allowing organizations to make more educated decisions on how and when they schedule facilities management staff. In these ways, using data and data analysis and facilities management can contribute to the overall organization's success. How is performance measured? Often when organizations are considering performance measuring, it is measured by how much money is earned each year, how much inventory they sell, or how much their stocks are worth. But for facilities management, by contrast, the focus is on how much time was saved, how much money was saved, and how long a piece of equipment was made to last. In facilities management, there will be times where spending money today is the less expensive option in the long run. This often happens when a piece of equipment has outlived its life cycle. Companies have to make tough decisions about when it's time to buy new equipment or try and fix old equipment. In these instances, data collection and analysis can help facilities practitioners make the best performance management decisions. Other such decision-making possibilities using data collection and analysis may include life cycle, cost analysis, staffing levels, hours of coverage, square foot coverage for staffing depending on the building type, energy savings for lighting and heating schedules, and many more areas in facilities management. When facility management departments embrace the practice of collecting and analyzing data, it can help save time and money on staffing and equipment if used effectively. The purpose of this study was to conduct a systematic review to explore the literature surrounding facilities management and improving performance of staff and equipment by using data and data analytics. The research conducted is significant to facilities management to assess the need to capture and analyze data that could lead to optimal performance and increased savings. The data captured could lead to more precise budgets and forecasts, accurate equipment lifecycle analysis and equipment schedules, employee performance, retention, and overall department processes and procedures. For the purpose of this study, John Cotter's 8-step change model theory was chosen. Facilities management organization and practitioners can be resistant to change, and the culture of facilities management can make it difficult at times to move in the direction of major changes in operations and technology. This dissertation proposes that what is needed in facilities management is change management, defined as a planned objective to change a company's direction in response to new challenges and opportunities. Such change management needs to be intentional, planned, and executed and reinforced in order for facilities management organizations not to fail and make the change. Cotter has been a leader in the study of change management for the last few decades. He introduced his 8-step change model in the mid-1990s. In 1996, he published Leading Change, which introduced his 8-step model based on the research of over 100 organizations that were going through a process of change and leaders over 4 decades. The 8 steps in the process of change include creating a sense of urgency, forming powerful guiding coalitions, developing a vision and strategy, communicating the vision, removing obstacles, and empowering employees for action, creating short-term wins, and consolidating gains and strengthening change by anchoring change in the future. Below is my conceptual framework, which for me shows change in an organization is continual and always flowing. Cotter's original diagram shows the 8 steps in a descending order, but I felt that change is always happening and always needing to continue and being reinforced. That's why I have it in a circular motion. To formulate the research question for this dissertation, SEMO logic was used. The research question chosen was how might facilities management use big data and data analytics to improve operational performance? A systematic review was conducted using the UMGC and Towson University Library OneSearch databases. Initially, 69,716 articles were found. This was narrowed down to 39 articles for the purpose of this study. The evidence found was analyzed using the Topupis framework. Preliminary findings show that big data collection and analytics can have an impact on performance in facilities management, depending on how it's used and how practitioners collect and implement change. Leadership needs to be the change agent. That means that everybody from the top down needs to be involved in this process and be on board. Facilities management needs to be set up effectively with the right tools, staff, and budgets to collect, analyze data, and then put it into practice. A limitation that should be noted is that this systematic review was conducted by a current practitioner in the field of facilities management. While care has been taken for transparency and impartiality, the researcher acknowledges a natural bias towards facilities management. Preliminary recommendations for practitioners tells us that the time is now. If you're not currently collecting data, analyzing that data, and putting it to good use, then you are behind, and it's time to start looking at your processes and how you can make these changes. These changes should start small. When you purchase new equipment, you should also purchase the data analytics programs that usually come along with them. You need to push this toward leadership. Show leadership that it can save money and they will buy in. Be intentional, train and support your staff. Make sure they feel comfortable with the new items that they're looking at and that they're training for, and that they want to get involved and use data as much as you do. Make it a practice to be intentional and persistent in change. Change isn't easy, especially in facilities management. It needs to be continual, and it needs to be reinforced, and you need to positively reinforce it and make sure that you don't just give up and go back to the old ways. You need to be able to be persistent and stick with the change. Thank you for listening today, and I look forward to your questions.